we doing?
I'm getting my plaque, dude. I'm hanging my bathroom. Oh my God, look, it says this is my mom and dad's plaque.
Turn it around.
Presented to mom and dad. I got a real job.
What would a 14-year-old Cade say?
He'd be like, I don't know, dude. He'd probably drink 2 Michelobs and pass out drunk. Yeah. Wouldn't have much to say. Cade was an interesting child. We had him on the prayer list multiple times.
No, his mama put him on the prayer list because I was going to kill his little ass.
Cut. This is not your interview. What is that?
Am I about to be honest? He was bad. Listen, that story about him being on the prayer list was true. Right there. Y'all passed the church to get here. He was 3. Cade didn't like to be behind closed doors. He didn't want you to put him in a room and close the door. He didn't like it. And the next thing I know, they're getting me out of the church service, telling me that they had lost Cade, but they had found him. He was in the ditch at 3 years old. Walking to our friend's home. And Russ had gotten there before I did and kind of spanked him and said, son, you cannot just leave the church and walk down the road when you get ready to. And his response was, I wasn't in the road, I was in the grass. So it was at that moment that we added him to the prayer list and said, y'all, I don't know what else to do with him. I don't know what to do.
On this fucking back road in the middle of Winfield, Louisiana. This is honestly like halfway what I wrote the song about in my mind. Back road is what I'm thinking of. It's what I still think of when I sing it. It's where you should just drink beer and get the truck stuck. All that good. Yeah, played a Ouija board out here one time. That was scary, like right around that corner. I had the same dream coming up at his age. I walked the streets of Nashville and I listened to the talent and the people there and how good they were. I basically said, wow, these people are great and they're so much better than me. You would catch him more or less reacting to music and pecking around on the piano or grabbing a guitar that we got him from Walmart because he wasn't allowed to play with mine, not that I knew about. And once I realized he started picking up on it, I offered to help him. Would you like me to teach you some chords on the guitar? Would you like me? No, Dad, I got it. We got him his first studio set up, which he never done anything while we were at home.
I was on like a free recording program and like the cheapest mic money could buy. So I mean, it was a while. I had to struggle before I could get it to where it would be listenable now in 2024.
But at the time, he was writing some music that I wasn't fond of. Because he was using a lot of words that I was like, buddy, you are so talented, but this is not okay. You can't say these things. You're like 15, buddy. You can't.
We were home, he wouldn't do anything. Now, as soon as we would leave the house, evidently he was making gold records.
The name LECADE comes from a guy that lived here in Winfield. His name was Dominique, and he would call everybody like, he was not just gonna say your name, he was always gonna put Lil in front of your name. But like his accent and the way he'd say it, he'd be like, oh, that's my boy LECADE over there. And I thought it was gangster. I was like, oh yeah, with that. We were high as I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it. And I was like, hell yeah, bro, log into my Spotify and shit, make my name LECADE. And that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was gonna change it, bro. But then I was gonna make it Cade, and then the country stuff started popping, and I was like, damn, I can't change it now. So now I'm just LECADE.
guess what, March of 2020, COVID hit. And at that time, I had been begging him, just do one song, one country song for your mom, just one.
So my name is Ashton Brinkley. I'm Cade's older sister by 9 years and some change. I was shocked when I first heard Cade was putting music online. I had no idea what SoundCloud was, and I almost thought it was a joke. I didn't believe him.
So the question that came to my mind is, where this money coming from? Where are these deposits coming from a kid that's making pizzas? So I had to talk with him, and he said, music. And I'm like, how music?
And I think before I had like $200 in my bank account, I hit balance and it was like $4,300 or something like that. And I called him and I was like, yo, Dad, I'm gonna be able to quit and be able to do it.
What's your favorite memory with Cade? It doesn't have to be music, but just what's your favorite memory with him?
Probably the roughest part of mine and Cade's life is my favorite memory. Is he ended up getting stuck on a dirt road one day in his little car. And wasn't a big deal. Him and his sister were together. I went to pull him out. And he kind of had to go through this guy's yard to get around. And I kind of got on him pretty hard. Probably harder than I should have.
So Mike says this guy was on top of the hill, like throwing his hands up, this old man, this older guy. Lord have mercy, Mike gave me hell about it.
I sat down and had a long talk with him, and I was like, hey, these are things that you need to look at in life. And seeing him take that and a little bit of advice and grow it to what he's grown it to now is probably my fondest memory of Cade, is his ability just to soak it in. So he called me, he said, hey, so made a country music song, kind of went viral overnight.
We weren't in tune to this whole social media, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, all these media outlets, much less did we understand that you got paid for. We actually searched him on media to find and listen to most of his music. And I would come home in the evenings and he would be on the phone and he would say, well, I'm talking to so-and-so from Nashville. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Wait a minute, you signed a contract? That's not even legal. You're not even legal age. What do you mean you signed a contract with who? He said, this person from 10th Street's calling me and he wants to be my manager. And I said, what are you talking about? It's a scam, son. No, he sent me an email. No, son, do not open the email. We're gonna get a virus on the computer. Stop, son. He says, no, Mom, I went to their webpage and it's the man. I said, how you know it's the man? And he hadn't hacked some kind of something. How are you sure? He said, because we had a Zoom meeting. I know it's him. I'm like, no, son, no.
If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would it be?
I would say impulsive, creative, and stubborn. People ask me my whole life to make a country song because everybody knew my dad did it. Like, everybody in town knew my dad was a country music guy. Like, that's a lot of the reason I didn't want to do it, because I don't like people telling me to do something. Like, I want to do it because I want to do it. Mom and Dad, I got a real job. So we're going to give that to them today. I got y'all something.
I just was like, what's my picture on the ground?
Got it custom made just for y'all.
What? Wow.
Oh, Bubba.
Look, what does that say right there?
Oh my gosh. I got a real job. Present it to Mom and Dad. I got a real job. Love you. To commemorate 500,000 copies of the LECADE single When I'm Gone.
Wow.
Aren't you glad you didn't throw my shit in the yard and burn it like you threatened to that one time? Because I kept cussing in my song.
Yes, it was only because you was too little to be saying ugly words.
Oh, I wasn't too little. I love you too. It's y'all's gold record. Mine ain't here.
Oh my gosh, Kate.
Gosh, damn, dude.
What would a 14-year-old Cade say?
Pedal to them black top, 6er on the seat. Silence through the speakers, should've hit my key. Smoke roaming out the window.
Yeah, dude, I probably rode down this road like 300 times. It's what I always think of when I sing Back Road Live. People ask me questions about it, but I just can't really explain it to them unless you see it. It's just like, I don't even know what this used to be. I guess it was like a logging road or something, but you couldn't fit an 18-wheeler down this. I don't know what it is. I know it leads to a prison.
This never gets you back, road.